Hello, all of my little baby bunnies, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of The Last Door, Season Dos. Collector's Edition, apparently. I don't know if it's possible to get an edition that's not the Collector's Edition, but I have it, and that's, yay, I collected it. So, I played The Last Door Season 1 on my channel a few years ago. I think it came out in, 2014 or something, and gosh, it's great! It's so good! Let me first talk about what kind of game it is. It's like a pixelated, as you can see, narrative horror type point-and-click mystery solve things game. And it was so good. The story was awesome, and it was creepy and weird, and I wanted so badly to know what was going to happen, but I never found out because the season ended. Oh, it was great. Anyways, I played the first season on this channel, and I'll go ahead and talk about what happened in the first season, because this is a continuation of the story, I would imagine. Or, if you'd prefer, you can just go back and check out my playthrough. I'll put a link somewhere that you can go to, and I'll wait for a second for you to click on that. Okay, if you didn't click on that, I'm going to assume you're okay with the Cliff Notes version. So Season 1 had 4 episodes. And you play as a dude called Jeremiah Devitt. And in Episode 1, you get a letter from a friend from, boarding school when you were younger, asking for help. So you go to his house to help him out, and you solve some mysteries, and some weird stuff happens, and you find him in a place, the attic, the cellar, I don't remember which, dead. He hung himself, and that's cool. So that freaks you out, and you're like, what's going on? I don't understand. So in Episode 2, you go to y'all's old school, which is now a church hospice. It's run by nuns, and you go through and you solve some mysteries and you find some clues about your past, and you start to remember stuff about a group that you'd formed and some experiments that you guys had done. You were trying to do a vision questy thing. It was super weird. And then you find one of your old teachers who happens to be the Monsignor of this church, and he fucking immolates himself in front of you, and then you wake up in a coffin. And that's the end of the episode. It's really bizarre and dramatic. And then, Episode 3, you wake up in a random city. It's totally not the church that you were in, called Aberdeen, I think. And you start trying to find a man that seems to be following you. And so you solve some more mysteries, as is your wont. You find some weird things. You remember an old schoolmate while you're doing this. Or, I don't know if he was a schoolmate or just a member of this organization that was trying to do the vision questy thing. His name was Alexandra, so you go and try to find him. And that's the end of that episode. Episode 4, you go find Alexandra in his house. He seems crazy, like he's totally lost it. You just start doing that whole mystery solving thing that I keep talking about. You find out more memories about your past and about this organization, and their goal, they're determined to cross through this door, open up this door to gain a higher consciousness or worship this bird creature. It's super weird and crazy and awesome. And once you get to the end of the episode, you basically agree to help to try and open this door, and they inject you with a serum that's supposed to help with that, and then the season ends. And that's it. And that's where we are now. Cool? Alright. We're 4 minutes in, and I haven't actually played the game, but I needed to catch everybody up. Cool. Yes. Good. I'm super excited. The art is really cool. The music is awesome. Let's fucking do it. New game. The only thing I've done so far is I changed the text to help be in a dyslexic friendly text font. There, I did that. Just to help anybody out. Anyways, previously on The Last Door, are you gonna tell me everything I just said? Damn it. Ooh, they are coming. Are they? Ah! Alright. Oh, am I playing? Can I play? Oh, alright. Alright, so we have to go around and figure stuff out. None of us could prepare for this. Am I coffining up people? I'm nailing up coffins? Yes, I am. The visions, the screaming were merely a warning. Oh, the music is so great. They've got like really great dramatic orchestral music. It's wonderful. Anyways. Oh, she's boarding up the windows. Oh, okay. They're just planks of wood. They're not coffins. And now it is too late. Who am I? I don't know who I'm playing as right now. They are coming. Who? Is this going to be the same intro as the first season? It might be different, so I'm going to hang around and watch. Oh, it is different. Okay. Cool. It's the same intro music, I think, though. Oh, Carlos Viola. You are on top of it. Good job, Carlos. Brilliant. English localization. Oh, I wonder if they had to like change the phrasing for the time and the spelling so that it's English spelling, because I noticed localization was spelled with a Z. That was creepy. The last door. In English spelling, they spell it with an S, I believe. I actually don't know if the Game Kitchen is a US-based company, now that I think about it. Possibly. Last night, I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. Okay, pretty sure this is you, Devitt. Not Booker DeWitt. Fucking Devitt. Alright, so... It was the same unknown street, void of any sound in life. Okay. I walked aimlessly, as if I were lost. Okay, can't open any of the doors, can't click on anything, just keep walking. Alright. Then I could hear it. Broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching, limping footsteps. Sounds kind of like how my dad walks. My dad has like the slightest limp from an old surgery I think he had. Okay, who are you? Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. Well, he's holding out his hand. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. Give me back what he took. So where am I now? Am I in the past? Am I in the future? No, I have fallen asleep again. What time is it? Did I end up in this different vision questy world? Did I open the door? Dawn already. It is time. Am I someone different? I can't tell. It's a very elaborate animation. They didn't attempt that in the first season. Alright. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter in Antony. Damn it. Okay, I did a compilation of the first time I played, or rather when I played the first season, of all the times I fucked up reading something because there's a lot of text in the game. It happened a lot. We're off to a good start. Alright. Mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, with a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexandre Dupree. Dupre? I don't know. That's probably French as shit. We felt sure Dupre was key to finding my patient and friend, Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexandra had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and, if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. Yeah, there were a few scenes in the first season where Devitt was like talking with London. Devitt was talking with his therapist, which I believe was Kaufman. London, East Hill. Oh, I'm supposed to travel there? So I'm not playing as Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. So I'm not playing as Devitt right now. Maybe. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexandra Dupre here. Who did I say I was? I don't know who I'm playing as right now. Did the game tell me that? I'm sorry. Okay. East Hill Lunatic Asylum. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. See what he has to say. Excuse me. What up, brah? What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside, and I hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Do I have money? Can I buy a newspaper? Good morning, boy. Will you give me a newspaper? Yes, sir, it's 6 pence. I'm afraid I don't have 6 pence. Can you make change for shilling? I'm sorry, I can't, sir, but you know where to find me when you have the coins. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Okay. Can I go anywhere other than here? I don't think so. Nope. Oh, and I can get back in my carriage if I need to. Oh, I can travel... Oh! I see. They gave me the map so I can travel around the city. It's like a Indiana Jones and the fucking Fate of Atlantis situation, except it's a carriage and not a plane. And it's London and not the world. Okay. What's over here? Random dude. What's this? A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Good morning. Ah yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light. It makes everything look different. You see, light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer or makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They're just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art, for that matter. They mistake it for insanity. Aren't you, Van Gogh, motherfucker? You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are only art that make... Excuse me. God, giggity damn garbage. Okay. They are the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some... excuse me. Some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I return them to the doctors. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. Huh. What are you drawing? I'm not just drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings and they study them and they laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind the big mirror, where they think themselves safe, and they look at me, they observe me, they even take notes. My name is Doctor Wakefield. That's who I'm playing as, Dr. Wakefield. Okay. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know when Alexander Dupree... Hey, that's a typo. His name's Alexandra, not Alexander. Figure it out, game. The name does not ring a bell. I've not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Let me ask him about his drawings. Would you happen to know where your drawings are now? I suspect they are somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You're a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. I must go. Have a nice day. Cool. So, in case if you haven't noticed, the point-and-click portion of this game is very intuitive. The large door is made of strong metal. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. Okay. It is very intuitive. It's not really going to inmate quarters. Okay. You can really only ever click on things that are actually useful. You're pretty much never going to end up clicking on something that you don't need, I don't think. And you will very rarely pick up things that you don't need. I do believe that there are going to be some, minor Easter egg type things that you can do, but you can also bypass them and still beat the game. I'm pretty sure I missed a few in the last season, but whatever. So I'm going to go in here first and see if I can talk to anybody before I do anything else. The rose window brings a solemn air to the room. There's also a lot of, you can look at a lot of things that aren't necessarily going to help you, but I do like to look at everything just to be sure. An oil picture portraying Dymphna, patron saint of the psychiatrist, but also of those who suffer neurological disorders and victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Wow, that is some fucked up shit. Damn, dude. Alright, who are you? Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out, living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe. And our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupree. Did you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupree. Yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. Excuse me, not we never know. You never know. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It is hard to keep track. Have you worked here long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, in the isolation. The rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore. But we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute archives? There should be some information there about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupree. I'm sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. Fuck, it's been a long time since whatever has been organized. I clicked on accident. I didn't read that last line. Okay, so if I get her a newspaper, it might distract her enough to where I can get into the archives. I have the key, so I should be able to. But first I need 6 to go get the newspaper. So let's look around at all the pictures. A serene bucolic? Is that how you would say that? Landscape with gentle colors. That is one thing about this game. It uses a lot of words that I'm not super familiar with, which is funny because I read a lot. So I know a lot of words, but fuck if they don't use crazy words. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. Okay. So then I could go upstairs and look around. wonder if I want to do that first or go look at the inmate. Let's go upstairs. Let's do that. And there's a door back there, but I don't think she'll let me through. Ooh, there's a bunch of people. The perspective changes. I forgot about those. This must be the recreational wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexandre Dupre while he was institutionalized. Whoops. I hope that didn't fuck up the timing of my episode. I clicked out of the window. The stone bust keeps the patient silent company. Will you say the same thing of this? Oh, a marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health, excuse me. Just a bunch of paintings. A sunny beach lapped by waves with a gentle sea. A cheerful pastoral scene. The warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Huh. Variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. So yeah, you can look around at a lot of the things, which I like to do, not just because it might give you hints about what you can do in the game, but also because, I just like having all the world-building stuff. I like knowing all the information available to me. I don't like skipping things. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Okay, let's go talk to him. Excuse me, sir. I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Damn, bro. Sir? Leave me alone. I am just a coward. Damn. Okay. How about you? Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumbling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Have you been living... excuse me. Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here for long? The rumbling. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexandre Dupre. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupre's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Good morning. I'm a psychiatrist, Doctor Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupre. I'm sorry, sir. I've never heard that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues could know something about this former patient? Well, you could ask Miss Friswell in the entrance hall. She's been here for years, maybe for too long. You know we caretakers live here, good God, with the patients. We're not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. Obviously. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present, but there are even fewer of us caretakers now. There are only 3 for the whole hospital. For what I've been told, in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed: a complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown's support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon, everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Well, thank you in any case. I will leave you to work in peace. Okay, can I go in here? Fuck yeah, I can. Alright. Ooh, this is very dreary. Oh! Oh, I did not figure that out at first. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Can I take the metal? Okay, got it. Oh, because the light reflects, turns it into a mirror, no more light, you can see through it. Jesus, that scared the hell out of me. So obviously I need that. Looks like a therapy log. Ooh. Edward Roan, 27, acute dementia, September 25th, 1891. Mr. Roan's condition has degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. September 25th, 1891. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. September 29th, 1891. Dr. Whittall has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Roan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. Excuse me! I felt great. October 3rd, 1891. Mr. Roan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. Oh man, I just saw the sound. The sound export of that burp looks awful. I'm sorry, you guys. A glass jar full of transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There is a coin resting at the bottom. Can I use this metal to get it out? No. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There's a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He's an expression of unbearable horror on his face. The way this room is set up is really creepy. Is this all the same information? Yes, it is. Okay. Just making sure I wasn't missing anything. Okay, so it was water. Can I look at this? Half a shilling. That is 6 pence. Okay, thank you for that. I would not have known how much half a shilling was. Alright, so now I can go buy a newspaper. Let's go fucking do that. In case if it isn't obvious, I'm making this into like a super duper long first episode. Just because fuck it, and you know what? I'm making longer episodes now anyways. Since I'm doing less videos, I'm just gonna do longer videos. Makes things easier for everybody involved. And I tend to do longer games anyways, so why not? You know? Alright? Alright. Hey buddy. Bam! I would like a newspaper. 6 pence, is it? About the asylum. About the asylum. Alright. You know there are always voices coming from the place at night. Crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damned souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you. Not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I'd ever heard. Not of a man or a woman, but of a devil from hell. That is very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Alright. So let's go ahead and give her this newspaper. Miss Rubra? Miss Rubra? I don't remember her name. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. A bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. Alright. This is the hospital archive where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupree was really committed at East Hill, his file should be here somewhere. You know, I'm really curious about the patients, the inmate section over here. So let's do that. Can I go in here, please? It's locked shut. I can't open it. Eh? Okay, about this. I can't open that heavy door with this. The key's definitely not it. Inmate quarters. Damn it. What is the key for? Apparently he's been infilched when one of the caretakers of East Hill. Okay, what is this? A thin piece of metal used to keep the window open. So it's too thin to open it. So this is locked. Where could I get a key? Because now I'm super curious. I want to go in there and look at all the people who have issues. Probably sounds really insensitive now that I think about it. I just want to look at them. No, I find mental illness incredibly interesting. That's really all I was saying. It's been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens, and a noticeable layer of dust. The drawers are all locked. No. No. The drawers are all locked. The cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients, ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. His file is right here. Dupree, Alexandra, room 108A. All the files are missing. It is as if they have been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it, Paul Street 26. Could that be where Alexandre Dupree lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street. I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. Ah, damn it. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to keep looking. I wanted to get that guy his art. Okay. Oh, it will let me keep looking. Okay, good. Let's see. All the dates in this cabinet are prior to 1870. I'm looking for a more recent file. A metal locker, a small sign reads, seized objects. There you go. Some personal effects probably sent in by the patients' families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Watercolor paintings and drawings of different subjects, a tree, a vase with flowers, something that could be a portrait, but the colors are dispersed, shapes broken, decomposed, and mixed in a whirl of bright flecks. Man, that is so Van Gogh. Alright. So I think that's all I need here. So let's go ahead and give these back to him. Hey, buddy. I got you your drawings. I got you your paintings. Here, are these your drawings? Great wonder, they're back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want, take these cardboard sheets. Thanks to you, I have no more need of them. Alright, I wonder what those will help with. A few folded cardboard sheets, each one with a large symmetric patch of black ink in the middle. I've heard of this technique, but always thought it an eccentricity. I'm really sorry. I've had a weirdly long day, and I spent the last several hours doing calculus homework, so I'm my head's full of numbers and not letters, and so I'm it's not in a good place. Okay. Patients are supposed to see in them the deeper causes of their ailment. Oh, Rorschach test. Okay. This is the first card. Okay. The shapes look organic. They do. That one looks kind of like a beetle or a spider. Almost like insects, yeah. That one looks like a beetle. I would say this could be a face. That looks a hell of a lot like the masks from the first season. No? Didn't think so. And there's still no way for me to get in there. Damn it. There's no other way around? No. Well, alright. I'll go ahead and pause it here before we head over to Paul Street. I don't think there's anything else that we can do here at the asylum. I may be able to come back later if I find more stuff. If so, that would actually be a really nice, way of exploring this game, being able to travel back and forth. That wasn't something that was possible in Season 1, so that would be really nice. But thanks everybody for joining me as we start this new adventure. I'm really excited. I super duper loved the first season of The Last Door, and I was really upset to find out that it didn't keep going after I finished it. So I'm really glad that this is out and then I get to play it and you guys get to join me. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. And make sure to check out my Facebook and my Twitter, because I do a lot of stuff on Twitter. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to do any of those things. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!